Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump into things since I'm already a little late, and thankfully I was able to get things more or less set up quickly. No, sorry, there's one more thing I have to take care of, actually. There we go. Hello everyone, and I hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. I'm obviously late, not that that's anything new. A little extra late for a couple different reasons, but plus side I am actually caffeinated, so that was becoming a little bit of a concern. But in the end, it all works out. However, what I wanted to talk about today Well, there's actually a few things I would like to talk about today. And I'm messing around with the thumbnail stuff, obviously. The first thing I'm trying to do is not include things I may not get to in the thumbnail. So I'm trying to keep it so that if it's in the thumbnail, I'm going to talk about it. If it's not in the thumbnail, maybe I don't get to it, but we have at least two things that I definitely want to talk about. One of them, I'm not sure how long it's going to run. The other one I know is probably going to be pretty quick because I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on it unless, you know, y'all show up and start saying things that make me ramble more. But we're going to start with the one first, and then we'll move to the other. And then, if we have time, there's a couple other things. But the first one I wanted to talk about, I forgot to set the thing again because I am tired. There we go. That'll make it work. Is this. So, for those who care, and I will be entirely upfront, I am not a comic book reader, not a comic book fan. I don't follow DC. I don't follow Marvel. I have seen some of the MCU. I don't watch a lot of the MCU. That's really more my husband's thing. But I am the person who sits there and listens while he goes on about things. So I don't have firsthand knowledge. I don't care to have firsthand knowledge. Most of what he says kind of sticks. But I like talking to... I like listening to people talk about things they're passionate about. Honestly, that's the entire reason we met, is listening to Eric July going off about these things and me joining his Discord, and yeah, from there. But the reason I will also talk about this is a video game. And this is a video game thing we've seen happen a couple times now, at least. Probably a bunch more, but you get the game journos have been given their script. They're supposed to talk up a game, and because the majority, with the information we have been given to date, don't agree with the script that they're given, all of a sudden it's our fault, and the video game is the victim. Literally, GameSpot has an article that says Marvel's Wolverine is another victim of the internet's endless gaming negativity. No, what happened is they put out a trailer. People saw things they didn't like, expressed their opinions, and apparently this is harmful. When you have a product, which a video game is a product, I get it can be a passion project, it can be something people have poured their lives into. Obviously, it is what sustains the livelihoods of many people. But when you have a product, I don't care if it's a pencil, I don't care if it's a pizza, I don't care if it's a video game, and you release it publicly, or you release something that's supposed to entice the public into purchasing your product, and the public goes, you know, I don't think I like this. Then you either need to reevaluate a product, or if you think your product's that good, you need to reevaluate how you're presenting it to the consumer. Which I know, because of various internet memes, that specific word has a little bit of a negative connotation. But to be entirely clear, when I use it, I literally mean it in the sense, the economic sense, the group of people who purchase products, the end user, as opposed to someone who, you know, buys the product and then gets excited for the next product. Now, I could probably say customer and avoid avoid that whole little speech I just gave. But yeah, in the end, it's the same thing, and I hate having to dance around words when I know the proper word for what I'm saying. But yeah, let's see here. Gotta check why that didn't work. Hold on, let me... But yes, Robust, people do not want a pen or a pencil that shoots mace in their face when they write. I know that is a horribly bigoted and probably racist statement to make, but it's true. But yeah, I mean, there is a video of a guy supposedly playing one of the running sequences and just holding forward. My sheep has informed me that that has been proven to be a doctored image, in which the actual controller thing's from something else from like a year ago or something. But at the same time, when it comes to these games, who would really be surprised? I'm not saying, obviously, that we should just dismiss the fact that someone cheated or edited something to make something untrue. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out and it happens to be true. But here we are, where the journalists are trying to tell us that we are the cruel people for attacking the poor innocent video game. We've got people out here telling us that we are mentally damaging devs for having an opinion, that developers should probably stay off Twitter for their own mental health, which, considering the mental health of some of them, I don't necessarily disagree with. Some of them definitely probably need to put themselves in a nice little cozy cocoon, maybe not stream or not do anything, you know, just go live in the forest away from the internet and people and game dev, and leave the rest of society alone. Kind of a self-isolation kind of thing, obviously. But we all know that's not going to happen. They think whatever their opinions are, we need to hear about them. So you know what? If I have to hear about your opinions, I'm damn well going to state mine. That's fair, you know? If you get to tell me what a terrible person I am, then I get to tell you what a terrible product you're making. And if you don't, what gets me is, yes, there is a fair amount of attacking devs for their various appearances and stuff, which, I mean, there's a pattern there. What do you expect when people notice a pattern? Humans are pattern noticing creatures. We have developed, it's part of why, excuse me, coffee went down the wrong hole. It's part of why we are where we are, is because we noticed patterns. You know, when a cat crouches, its eyes get big, and its eyes get big and its butt starts to wiggle, it's probably going to attack a mouse or attack something else that's attracting its attention. If it's staring at you, you're probably about to get clawed. When it rains, we get cold. When there's fire, we get burned. These are all patterns, and we all notice them, and we've learned how to adapt to them. So when you got 50,000 blue-haired weirdos who are pretending to be women developing video games, then video games get worse. You're going to be upset that people notice a pattern? It's what we do. Now, obviously, there are women involved in that and blah, blah, blah. But one thing at a time here, guys. Anyway. I don't know why I suddenly started trying to tie a Windsor knot in my shawl, but yeah, whatever. Where was I? Yeah, so this is so retarded. The fact that game devs are out here pretending that their games are victims, that literally, I'm sorry, but an inanimate object isn't a victim. It can't be victimized. Yeah, I mean, it can be destroyed or whatever, but it has no feelings. Now, the people behind it have a feeling, but they're not being victimized either. Stating your opinion does not victimize others, as long as you are not just being ad hominem about them. So yeah, this kind of obviously irked me seeing this. I do not, for the life of me, understand these people. And I probably never will. But to move on to what I really wanted to talk about today, and to do something that I wanted to do. Other than empty my coffee out entirely. It was good coffee. Spoilers. I feel I should give everybody that warning. If you have not watched the movie The Back Rooms, I am about to talk about it in depth, as well as go over the Kane Pixels video that just dropped last night. I have already watched it 2 entire times and obsessively fast forwarded a couple things, but I did that on the TV, which is far less precise than doing it on a computer. So we're going to go take a look at a few things. I'm going to talk about basically what comes before in terms of the movie, the A24 movie, and we'll go from there, because there's this definitely connects back around, which I actually love. It makes me very excited. Hold on. I need to full screen that, and I'll be right down there in the corner while we take this little trip. Now, as I said, this is the most recent video. You can see here... No, not on there. Where is it? Oh, yeah, Backrooms, everything must go. I could have sworn they would tell me. Let's do it this way. You see it was posted just 12 hours ago. I actually watched the first time about an hour after it released, 49 minutes or so. I did not look at the description. Let's look at the description. Oh, you didn't actually write a description? Or... Oh. Where's the description? All I got is a... Okay. I guess he didn't write a description, so that's cool. Curious. I didn't actually look at any of the comments. Peek at those real quick. Okay. Alright, so back to this. So, as I said, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. This is a quick rundown. A man named Clark runs a furniture store, finds an entrance into the back rooms, gets his 2 employees killed, his therapist follows him in, and there we go. His store is one of those, you know, the old 90s large warehouse stores where everything was always on sale and everything had to go every day. Which, I mean, leads us to the everything must go part. I'm not going to just play this whole thing because it's brand new, and if you want to see it yourself, you can go to the video, the channel. Now you see this takes place in June of 1990. June 18th, which will give you an idea. Now, I like this. I'm going to have to look that up. Kelowna branch. I need a second. Oh, wait. I didn't actually have to do that. I just need to... Where's my other stuff? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. All right. So I want to... ask a question really quick. So I'm not sure we ever had this question answered in the movie, but I'm asking Grok real quick. What city? Okay, so that was in San Jose. Interesting. So, amusingly, the shop is called Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire. Talk about he's always like a sultan captain guy. It's hilarious. The confusion in his marketing is just great. And he made the type of commercials that you would see on YouTube, like the what is it? The barbecue foot massage one is a great example of the type of quality of his let's see, let's see if that has any Anna. Now you see, if I was a smart person, I would have researched any of this beforehand, but no, I'm just gonna make you guys sit here and suffer with me. Okay, so... So far, I am seeing that this Kelowna has nothing to do with at least the San Jose area, or of course no mentions in the movie. Well, now why did you say that, you silly... Alright, whatever. Oh, it's on the wiki. Okay. Alright, so apparently what that is it's this. There's a specific area called... Oh, you know what? Maybe I should just go to the wiki. Kane Parsons Backrooms wiki. Alright, here we go. I don't like wikis. They never make sense to me. Anyway. It does say there's a specific area called the Kelowna branch, which is abbreviated KLWNA. It is documented on the Kane Pixels Backrooms wiki as a section of the backrooms that can be accessed through a door-type null zone in the basement of Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire, with the key details being it overlaps with characteristics of both the common and classic backrooms, with the similar carpeting, wallpaper, with some differences, like the ceiling tiles. Apparently, the ceiling tiles are different. Take a look at that. It contains scattered and sometimes deformed furniture, chairs, sofas, etc., and is treated as one of the primary locations in the 2026 film. Async has discovered and explored it, including references to an outpost and related rooms. The name is presumed to reference the real Canadian city of Kelowna, British Columbia, as a nod to the film's production, which was shot in Vancouver. The naming and detailed documentation appears tied to the film integration into the broader Kane Pixels lore rather than being a major named location in the original. So yeah, this is really to tie the two together, to tie his previous backroom stuff to the movie more. Which, you know, backrooms entrance, guys in suits walking through. And obviously, door handles. So many door handles. And then, I don't know, this feels to me like the same place from the movie. But I don't think it is. Because there should be like a stop sign or something here. Actually, I'm going to ask Rock a question. Because this is 1990, so what year did the movie take place in? No, June fall, so the same time period. And, yeah, I need to watch the movie again. And here they go, here they're finding something, I mean, it's interestingly enough. This poor guy. The poor camera operator. Hold on, I'll back up and let you guys hear part of this, because this part's good.
Purple table again, is it? I fucking hate.
Hold on, go a little further back. Make sure you guys can hear things. Oh, at least that wasn't on stop streaming.
Huh? What? What's up?
Guys, come take a look at this.
It's not that purple table again, is it? I fucking hate that table.
That was a desk, not a table.
Yeah, well.
It's not a table. Look at this. Look at this.
Well.
What the fuck?
Is it? It's signs?
It's got writing. It's got. Everything must go. Is it? Entire store on sale. Is it new?
So, yeah, here we go. These are the same signs that you actually see in Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire. And he's got them posted everywhere, all throughout. The thing you saw a lot in the Backrooms movie was as things kind of iterated through time. Why is that up there? There we go. As things kind of iterated through time, they tend to distort as well as sink into the room around it. There's an entire sequence of that as the camera fixes on a memory in the therapist's past, where the room iterates and slowly sinks down until it's just an empty room, and then eventually opens up to an arch. So the back rooms seem to constantly somehow change. Now, my personal theory on this is that it's iterations of memory. Kind of how time kind of has to cycle through itself and erase what was there to make room for something new. And this is sort of that our peek into the fourth dimension. We obviously don't understand it, can't understand it, won't understand it, because we are not made for that. But here's a good picture of the Everything Must Go sign. Entire store on sale. And so these people have found these signs. They come back with a scientist who wants to study these things. They measure the signs. Hold on. So, I'll let you hear this part a little bit, actually.
Were really treated as the highlight. And Dr. McCarthy in particular was eager to see them in person. He would, of course, end up accompanying us in the place of Dr. Ng. The following morning, June 19th, at around 11, we assembled our mobile toolkit and entered the complex. It was a slow start, as it was our intention to make it to the new outpost following our return to the sign room. And Naren had to gather some startup prerequisite materials for a few of the machines, which he carried with him throughout the duration of our exploration. So, upon arrival, no meaningful change in the room or the...
So he's going to go on and he's going to talk about a bunch of numbers here. So, I mean, they measure the signs, obviously, very scientifically, figuring out, you know, how big each sign is, how far apart they are. Isn't it? Ah, there we go. Let me see here. There should be... So here they have, you know, pictures of the signs. Stop that. I didn't want to talk to you. Pictures of the signs with something for scale. Is that the one that's stuck in the ground? No. So first you got the floating one. And then you got the one stuck in the ground.
May or may not reflect the...
And then there's the one mostly in the ground. I'm just gonna mute it real quick. Where's the mute? Stop that.
Stage. The spacing...
So yeah, here they're talking about the spacing between each one, which is different. There's nothing in here that is... Well, that's not true, Bruticus. They are, in fact, armed in some of them. Matter of fact, I know there's one where they actually do a bit of shooting. I'm trying to remember which one. Now, most of these are unarmed, I believe, just because they don't anticipate running into anything. The number of monsters they actually run into are few and far between. And humans are very easy to lull into senses of stupidity. Which is actually one of the more... That's where I get frustrated, and I'll show you that part when I get there. Is the way some of these people are just like, oh, well, we should just keep what the fuck, you idiot? Anyway. So there really is no regular difference between these. So it doesn't iterate in the same way. Which one is it? Trying to remember what the word is. There is no consistent change in these things. They all seem a little bit off. Now they do examine these signs very closely, discover that they're not just they're not different signs printed from the same template, but they are in fact the same iterated sign over and over again, as they found the same sort of flaws in each sign in the same places by the same ratio, which isn't something that you would normally find if it was, you know, a different signs printed off the same template. They would each have their own individual flaws as opposed to the same consistent flaws. They talk about that for a while. And of course, here they are obviously taking samples. I don't understand why they take such big samples. I didn't get that part. That's a cool photo, though. And this is where they find, everything they're finding is normal. There's absolutely nothing anomalous about it other than where it is and what it's doing. That's the most anomalous thing about it all. Here, they have cut the sign, the smaller sign that's in the ground off to examine where it intersects with the floor. It apparently only continues about a centimeter into the floor before it becomes indistinguishable between the two. But here you can see that at first, anyway, there is a visible difference between the two, where this one is actually clipping in to the floor itself, the carpet, and they say it's a cement-like product underneath. Which is interesting. That's what I theorize. I am obviously not a scientist. I have no kind of scientific degree. Well, no, technically I do have a bachelor's in science, but that is in information technology and not like physics or anything interesting like that. So, but yeah, examining this, measuring how far into the ground where they can find an actual difference between the two. And I mean, that's kind of cool. You can see the corrugated plastic stuff set into the floor. This is obviously from before they cut it. And this is them talking about the flaws, the anomalous or the analogous flaws that occur between them. And then this one's interesting because here they were talking about, they could see that there was obviously a pattern here. You have the larger one, you have the next smaller one, then you have a much smaller one. And so the doctor actually theorizes that there must be another sign, or there could be, there could be another sign beyond the wall. Now, there could also be another sign over here, but they choose to go with the back wall over here. And because of that, they pull a piece of the wall out. And that is actually one of the things about the back rooms that really fascinates me the most, is the fact that if you were to just if there was a normal door, an actual doorway that let you into here, you would really think you were just in some kind of really ugly building. Because, you can take apart the walls and you can dig into the floor. You can climb into the ceiling. The only problem is you can't ever really find out where it goes. And of course, it does start to get weird and sort of confused. But yeah. So here we are digging into the floor again. Or digging into the wall. And they do, in fact, find another sign right behind the wall, which I thought was so cool. Call me a nerd, whatever. I thought it was really cool. And of course, this sign is further into the floor than the previous sign was. Now, what I find very interesting is after this part, they do find... Wait, what's that up there? I need to boost the quality. Hold on, I'm gonna let that play a second, see if that gets me a better. Alright, I want to go back, because it looked like... No, okay. I thought there was something up here, but there's not. So, of course, they want a sample of that. Then somebody notices something off in the other corner. And dude's complaining. And so they notice something back in this corner. And what do they notice? A mannequin hand sticking through the wall. Now, this is something that I also find interesting because, obviously, we've talked about the fact that the walls change. This area changes, but not in a way that humans necessarily see on a consistent basis. Which is part of why I think it's somehow part of the fourth dimension and our tiny human brains have difficulties interpreting it. Because, I mean, obviously we've got the first, second, and third dimensions down. Those are easy. We can tell that time, the fourth dimension, exists. But we can't see it as well as we can the others. We see the effects of it, but we don't really see it. And that's part of what this is. We see the effects of this dimension, but we don't know, we can't understand really what causes it. And obviously the Lovecraftian in me loves that kind of thing. So they see this, they decide, well, we better break through the next wall. Meanwhile, this poor guy, hold on. Oh, I turned off the sound. Let me fix that.
Nope, no, that's a hand. That's a hand. Okay, alright, so we're late. So let's go. Let's go to the outpost. We can circle back with the others, and then
Hold on, we're trying to look at this, okay?
we're like 20 minutes behind. Okay?
This poor guy, he's like, you know, he sees that and he's like, nope, we're done. Let's go. Because part of their purpose is to get to the other outpost and get them some supplies and shit. He's like, you know what? We're already late. We can come back. This will still be here. And everybody else is just in the little hole looking at the thing going, oh, wow. Hey, we should go in further. And he's like, God, no. Come on, guys. Let's go. But of course, do they listen to him? Of course not. Would they ever in horror? I mean, honestly, it would be silly if in a horror movie or video or anything involving horror, someone did the smart thing. That very rarely never happens.
And then we can come back with like 5, 10, 20 people.
And he's like, we can come back with more people. Come on, guys. And no.
This is stupid. You know this is stupid, right?
And he's not gonna care how late we are. This is worth doing.
And you hear that? They're not going to care how late we are. This is worth doing. This is one of those situations where human curiosity. You see the one person that he might have the curiosity, but on the other hand, he has the sense that, you know, maybe there's a better way to do this. Maybe there's a better time to do this. Maybe we should, I don't know, wait just a little bit and come back a little better prepared. And everybody else is like, oh, no, this is the time and the place. We better do this now. Poor dude. I genuinely feel so bad for him.
We didn't lock this. This isn't on the books.
And the other thing is they're sending the guy who's complaining about wanting to go back through first. I'd almost think these people were military as opposed to a private corporation. Oh my god.
Look, you're recording.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm vlogging it now, but...
Okay.
I can't see shit.
And of course, and this is another one of those fascinating things. So some places in the back rooms are obviously fully lit. They don't know where the power comes from. There's videos about where they try to track down the power. They see the cables, but they can't ever find where they go. So what's supplying the power? But of course, then there's areas like this, which seem to be just before they get swallowed into the yellow of the back rooms that have no power. At least mostly.
What the fuck was that? Is that some of the fucking... What?
And for those who haven't watched the movie, I told you, it's Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire. You would see that thing, except it's like it's dressed as the fucking confused captain inside the door when you walk in.
What? You good? Are you good? What was that?
Oh, okay. Oh my god. Alright, well that's, Alright, yeah. Okay, that's, it's a mannequin.
Hey. Oh, so it's
Yeah, so it's a mannequin. It's like a mannequin and a steering wheel, like a ship steering wheel though. Feels more like.
And yeah, so that's the same steering wheel they have. So they continue documenting through, looking through. Of course, there's more everything must go signs. Tire store on sale. You can see, you know, just the structure like what Captain Clark's Ottoman Empire's original building was like. Here they go through, continue to follow. The entire time this guy's like, you know, we really should be going back, guys. You know, this really isn't a good idea, guys. Maybe we should go back, guys. And here they see some coat racks. They find some boxes in a corner with some fabric and stuff. Find some lawn furniture. And then they see some light up ahead. And this poor guy's like, you know, we probably should go back now. We're really late now. We really should go back now. Hold on, I'll actually let this part play.
Whole bunch of new rooms over here, guys.
Yeah, great.
I feel like we should be going back now, right?
I mean, this is luck. This is luck. This is easy.
This is easy. And it's funny because, like Beridica said, you'd think they'd be more armed. There have been incidences within the back rooms where they've lost people. People have been attacked by things. But the problem is the Bloodstone don't seem to have much of an effect on them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep an inventory. There's like more shit to...
And then you hear a funny noise.
What the fuck?
What is that sound?
I don't...
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Let's go check it out.
Ron, I don't really want to check it out, if I'm being honest.
I don't really want to check it out, if I'm being honest. This is the only guy with any sense.
Look, you can see it. There's a light up there. You see that? Where's that?
Yeah, but it's obviously a light, man. I don't know.
This path isn't convoluted at all. We can go right back.
I know.
And then, of course, here you have, you know, more mannequins clipped through the floor. Steering wheel clipped through the floor. More exact of the same furniture clipped through the floor.
Ron, I know. I don't think...
There's another one.
Right, lounge chair.
We should check the scale. The scale might be different with science. Yeah, well, that we can do next time.
You hear the one guy talking about checking the scale, and the other guy said, well, we can do that one next time.
Ron, can you stay with us, please? Because it's dark, and...
Yeah, sorry, it's just... It's a fucking... There's a fucking walking TV. Oh my god.
Now, I am going to use this opportunity to look at something I couldn't really see from my TV when I watched this originally. Because TV control is so inaccurate. You can do much more accurate stuff on the PC.
It keeps getting better and better. What the fuck?
Because there's certain things that happen that I'm curious about. I already know they're going to happen. Now, this sign here, more down below, that was actually in the movie as well. Obviously, many of those 90s furniture stores I was talking about have a downstairs area. And that points. This is actually also the same TV that Clark was watching from his bed after his wife kicked him out of the house. And he was sleeping at the furniture store. Now, for those wondering what this says, I did look this up. This does actually say no signal in Chinese. It's what the TV says when they obviously don't have a signal on more of the foreign TVs. Now, the music I can't explain. The music is something else entirely. And here you see Captain Clark's alcohol bottles. And for some reason, close above a kitchen.
What does that sound?
Now, I will draw your attention to this. Is it going to let me? Because he goes, what's that sound? And then you see his light hits something. I guess it's further over this way. Here we go. He goes, "What's that sound?" And then here you see a door. I didn't notice the door the first time through, back when I was trying to do this on my TV, because it's only on the PC you can really go frame by frame. So he says, "What's that sound?" And then he's this door, and you notice this door is taller than a lot of the other entryways.
What was that fucking sound?
Quiet.
You also notice the TV stopped making the noise.
Guys, we have to go. Let's just go.
I don't know. Where did it come from? It's coming from above. Be careful.
And then this guy keeps moving forward.
Is it? It might be coming from above, but just be quiet.
I don't really care, man. Let's...
And there the door opens, and Captain Clark's pops out. Let's see here. Is there a good frame of him? Oh, that's about the best frame right there. Oops. You see him for a second, and then they... What the fuck? And then they run. Come on. Da-da-da-da. There we go. That's what I wanted right there. So, yeah. This really just ties right back. This puts Captain Clark's Emporium into the middle of what Kane Pixels was already doing on YouTube. And honestly, the fact that he's creating more videos between tickles me to no end. I really enjoy that. I enjoy stories that I can continue to follow, and being able to dissect it slowly in this way is also enjoyable. I've spent a lot of time. I do wonder how, because I've watched like some of what was it, the Old Face or Old something. I'd have to look it up to remember the exact title. I've watched some of those, and I am curious how these are going to tie back into that. I do think that he's enjoying the better budget that this is allowing him to have for these. The fact that he can re-employ the Captain Clark figure, double, whatever in the world you want to call him. They have a word they use for them, but I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. Is useful, and I don't know, is it going to become more of a thing, or what's going to happen there? Because then, I mean, at the end of the movie, obviously they showed you the therapist's double, and I don't know, memory. I don't know. They seem like memories, distorted memories to me. The same way everything is kind of distorted as it reiterates. It's like a fancy game of visual telephone. As things pass through time, they become distorted memories, and maybe there's something tied to that. Maybe I'm just overreaching. It's entirely a thing, because I do that. Oh, did I leave the wiki up? I'm curious. I did not leave the wiki up. Oh, I'll have to revisit the... Oh, no. Here it is. Oh, excuse me. I mean, obviously he is, because like I said, he just dropped this last night. This dropped last night about 12... Right about at midnight, honestly. So he's still doing work on it. And I'm excited to see what the next video will be. How it continues to both tie together the movie and his previous body of work, as well as evolve the whole lore altogether. I think it's fun. Hold on. Okay. No, I'm not seeing anything there. I'll try to read more on that later. But yeah, so this... I just find the whole thing exciting. And it's the little details that always get me, you know, like the sign there, the TV itself, the bottles around it, the videotapes. The mannequins, the furniture, the walls, the color, the way everything changes, and the fact that there is really a delineation line between where the back rooms has fully swallowed something and begun really processing it out to where something is still kind of in the process of degrading. The fact that there's an actual linear wall and you can access between the two. I'm definitely excited to see where it continues on to. But yeah, that's about, honestly. I expected that would take most of the hour because I wanted to go through this frame by frame in a few places to see what clues were in there for us. I can't help. I'm sure there's more that I've probably missed. Like, I'm curious, what is it here? Because there's this point where he looks down a hall. Yeah, this one. And with this kind of thing, I'm always looking for something that, you know, is slid between the frames, that is there, but you may not necessarily see right off. I'm sure there'll be far more in-depth analyses, I don't know, than mine. But it's fascinating. And I'm looking forward to more. But guys, I think that's about where we're going to round off for the day. No show tomorrow. No stream or anything tomorrow. There will be Offensive Charm podcast tonight. I'll see you guys again on Thursday to talk about... Ooh. Well, he has pool rooms. If you haven't seen the Backrooms movie, he does have a couple pool rooms in that. I would like to see him put more of these in this. Unless you mean like pool rooms in their own. I do like those video games. Those are very soothing, believe it or not. Soothing yet creepy. Actually, the best Backrooms-like thing I've ever played was in a mall. It's called Anemoiopolis. They did that one really well. It is both a relaxing game and a little scary at times, but it's fun. Superliminal also does a great job on the whole, because obviously this is all a liminal space take, but I like liminal spaces, so yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, see you guys on Thursday, or see you tonight if you show up to the Offensive Charm podcast. See you guys on Thursday. Otherwise, Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday night, Saturday and Sunday, I should hopefully be able to make everything this week. So we will see. But with all that said, I gotta go do the work stuff. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for indulging me in my weird, poor analysis of this video. And have a great day. I will catch you guys later. Bye.